Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of a sequel nobody asked for. Emphasis on nobody.
Hey, you got it. Hey, we
Yeah,
said
you
it,
got
right,
it.
guys? Round of applause, snaps.
To be fair, I think we've all kind of done that where we accidentally called to the sequel no one asked for.
Literally. So today, I kind of want to be the very best that no one ever was, and I think to catch them is our real test, and maybe in another episode to train them will be our real cause. Today we're talking about Pokemon, specifically Gen 1 Pokemon.
Animal abuse the game.
Well,
Isn't that Digimon?
we're not gonna. Can we not?
Can we do a Digimon tier list? Let's do that instead.
I know less about Digimon than I do Pokemon. Let's not.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I do know Digimon. We could do that one later, but we're not. I want to do Pokemon right now.
I'm excited for this one, honestly.
So it's going to be Gen 1 Pokemon. So my first question to start it off, a little warm-up question for everyone. What is... let's go with this, actually. Instead of favorite type, let's go what type are you starting off a Pokemon game with? Not the Pokemon. What? Water, grass, or fire? What's your go-to?
This sounds like a great question for Kyle.
Oh, easy. Every time I play a Pokemon game, I start off with water.
Okay. I go with water as well. I'm always water. That's my go-to. Justin?
I love the ebb and flow of water. I love the sear and sizzle of the fire types, but in reality, I love that rash that Ivysaur can give you late at night when you just are vine whipping a little too hard.
That was almost beautiful if it wasn't so disturbing.
All right. Okay. Well, yeah, it was supposed to be a warm-up, but I'm feeling more uncomfortable than I was before. So let's just get into it, I guess.
I feel like that's my job here at the podcast. This is why we get paid, guys. This is why we get paid the big bucks. Thank you guys for listening. We really appreciate you.
Wait, you're getting paid?
Oh yeah, we didn't tell Kyle about that.
We didn't. We kind of wanted to cut it 50-50. So.
Fantastic. Good to know.
Anyways,
Anyways.
You'll get all the tips we get.
Kyle, you're not paid to complain about that. You're actually not paid to talk about Pokemon. So let's get into it. We're gonna do a tier list, and it's gonna be different from our other tier list. It's not a bracket. We got S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and D tier. And we're gonna put
format. I don't know if I can understand. We've only done brackets. This is new ground.
Yeah, according to Justin in the impression episode, D's are high marks.
So what we can do is, this will be episode 1, and we'll just put them in their tiers respectively, and then we can go through the tiers and order them within the tiers. So that means we'll have best to worst ranking each Pokemans. All right. So
what if you can't see through the tiers?
That's an advanced joke right there.
I love when you point out my advanced jokes because it just makes them seem so rudimentary.
If that's code for me to stop pointing it out, I'm not going to.
I'm so mentally exhausted, and you two are the root of my mental exhaustion. I just like to put that into the universe.
Thank you.
I'll catch it. I'll catch it with my bare hands.
Good. I know you will. Okay.
I'll squeeze it a little, rub it like the lamp from Genie, from Aladdin.
So,
how many Pokemon on the Pokédex are we going through this
just
evening?
Gen 1. And we're not doing just Gen 1, like no Mega Evolutions or any crazy shit like that. Just
are we doing all of this?
151.
Are we doing all of this in one sitting?
I don't know. We were going to, but you keep complaining. So
I think we could zoom through it because some of them we're just going to be like, oh, that guy? Yeah, we know what that is. Oh, that guy? We can throw him.
Okay. So there's no really, it's just going to be best to worst. Like just overall, like if you got a reason for it, you got a reason for it. It could be because it's cute. It could be because it's strong. It could be because I don't fucking know. Let's get into it. Bulbasaur. Where are we placing Bulbasaur?
Like I said, my ass is going grass.
I mean, I gotta agree with you on this one. Bulbasaur, he's damn good.
Bulbasaur is really cute.
He's cute. He's iconic. He's strong.
I think there should be a rule going forward that I want to put down, which is evolutions of the same like species of Pokemon, where it's Bulbasaur, then Ivysaur, Venusaur. I think they all have to be on different tiers. I don't think they can share the tier.
Oh, I like it. No, I like that. Let's
Because
do
we
it.
could easily talk about all the evolutions of one guy or gal and figure out right there which tiers they go in.
No, I like
We could
it.
put them
I like
all
it.
up debate against each other.
Okay,
Because
so
starters are going to be, there's going to be at least one of those evolutions in the top tier. It's just bound
Alright.
to happen.
yeah. So okay, so then let's talk about it this way. We've got Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur. So right now we've got Bulbasaur S. Is Ivysaur or Venusaur gonna take him down a notch? I don't think Venusaur has a chance at this. I'm not the biggest fan of Venusaur. I think Ivysaur might. Ivysaur is actually for like mid evolution is pretty popular compared to other like mid evolutions. I mean, he's got his spot in Smash.
Venusaur seems like a dude I'd want to chill out with. He's like a big old dog that's just like, can I get some pets here? I think he's actually a silent sleeper. I think he's the one that we should take home. That or Bulbasaur. I do love Ivysaur, and he is cool. He's cooler than a lot of other Pokemon, but I don't think compared to Bulbasaur the classic, and then Venusaur, that literally it just is a giant tank that shoots a giant energy beam out of the top of him. Like, that's some badass shit.
If we're gonna rank them just immediately, my immediate ranking is Bulbasaur at the top, Venusaur at the middle, and Ivysaur at the bottom.
Really?
Not necessarily saying that like Ivysaur's bottom like bad tier, but
no.
just like putting it as like a Bulbasaur S, Venusaur A, Ivysaur
So what we're
B.
gonna do is we're gonna put Venusaur A, and Ivysaur is no lower than B. He's a great Pokemon.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Great Pokemon.
I think Ivysaur is a solid B.
All right, so let us move on. Now we got Charmander, we got Charmeleon, we've got Charizard. Let's just get it out of the way, guys. Charizard's S tier. Like, come on.
For me, this isn't much of a thought. Charizard's S, Charmander's A, Charmeleon's B.
I don't think Charmeleon's B. I think he's lower than that.
You think Charmeleon is that angsty teen that we all were, and we don't want to admit it?
Yeah, they're all like that though.
Oh yeah, and I'd rate that version of myself a D. I was a douchebag.
Yeah, I'd say C or D. Honestly,
I'd say maybe C because he's a starter. Starters, they earn their way.
At least for Gen 1. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Sorry, Charmeleon, but like your namesake, you're going down to C.
So we have Charizard as S, Charmander A, and Charmeleon C.
C for Charmeleon.
Awesome. And I'm sure we're going to go over these at the end. So.
Oh, we'll go. We're going to go over the
ones and the honorable mentions. Like, we're going to hear all about this.
Oh, we are. Next is my favorite, obviously, as a water lover. We're going to go with Squirtle, Wartortle, and Blastoise.
Squirtle, I barely know her.
That was gross.
Come on.
I love that. I love that. I just get a.
Justin,
well, that was gross.
You literally just made my tier list crash. Like, you said that, and now it won't load.
I'm the virus.
Yeah.
And your method of attack is
I have the spinning wheel
comedy.
I'm the virus in your computer. I'm the computer in your room.
I'm really gonna have to do this on my phone now because
I'm the house that has your room in it. I am the town you live in.
Justin is
everywhere.
Justin is the nightmare in your reality.
Exactly.
All right.
Well, let's just start talking about Squirtle, Wartortle, and Blastoise as I pull up the tier list on my phone.
Blasty.
Blastoise for me is an S.
Blastoise, yet again, the same reason that I liked Venusaur is he's a freaking tank. He's a goddamn hydro pump machine.
Okay, but 3 words, sorry. Squirtle with sunglasses.
Okay, Squirtle squad. Squirtle squad or die.
Three words. Blastoise with sunglasses.
Squirtle, squat or die. You know, that's how I live my life.
3 words. Original or 4 words. Sorry. Jeez, can I count? Original
No.
Dark War Turtle card. Pokemon card.
Okay.
That shit had me going.
All the Dark Blastoise was pretty cool too. I had one of those.
Not as, yeah. But the art for the
I'm gonna lay this down for you guys right now. It's gonna go Blastoise, it's gonna go Squirtle, and then it's gonna go War Turtle. In my opinion,
Would War Turtle go in a B or lower? Because I'm gonna be honest, Squirtle and Blastoise are top tier for me. War Turtle, I don't have a ton of good. I don't have like a ton of fond memories.
Kyle
He's just
and I
kind
are
of there.
pretty even on. We like the biggest evolutions the most, and then we love the original,
apparently.
and then the middle one's kind of just that ugly stepchild or middle child that no one
they
cares
always
about.
Are, unfortunately. So we're going. Oh, for frick's sake. So I'm trying to redo this part. So we're going Blastoise then. That's the
Blastoise for S.
Good thing we're not rating them on like hotness.
Okay, so then I'd have to say Squirtle has to be B, and A, and I don't think War Turtle is lower than B. They're all fantastic.
I'm fine with that because
I can live with that.
Like we would probably both be C, mid C's, but you're like a really high B, so I think it would average it out to be that.
Okay.
Don't get me started on averages. That's when I really get going.
Oh my god. All right, anyway, next. Caterpie. Now we're done with starters. Now
Okay. I have a personal story, guys. I had yellow version. I ran through that forest. I got a little Caterpie. He was my guy. I don't know if he was the first Pokemon I caught. I felt like I had to, for some reason, had an inkling of a thought that I had to like save all my Pokeballs and couldn't catch that many Pokemon for some reason.
Yeah.
So I waited till I could get a Caterpie. I had my main guy and then Caterpie. And so I get him, I name him Mr. Wiggles. He grows up, he becomes that beautiful, not so wiggly Metapod. And I'm like, oh, his name, that's when I realized I couldn't change his name every time he evolved, and I could never change his name again, at least not until way later in the game.
Yeah.
And I'm stuck with Mr. Wiggles, and he turns into a Butterfree, who was a gosh dang beast. He would eat your dreams in your nightmare. Like, it's pretty cool. He's like psychic.
Yeah, while you're going
Continue.
off, I put him in D tier. So can we just move on?
Excuse me, Caterpie, he can, but Butterfree. Butterfree's at least B or A for me.
Okay, are we? We are ranking these evolutions. Yeah, Caterpie doesn't. What's Caterpie's even like good? What's Caterpie's even good mood? Like String Shot. Like
there's no good move. Caterpie doesn't have
that's
a
the thing.
move.
That's my signature move. Him, I would have to go with.
Well, come on, if we're going with the original bug Pokemon, I'm choosing Weedle over Caterpie any day.
Caterpie
not evolution wise, just Weedle. Just Weedle.
What's our lowest tier?
D.
Caterpie can be D, without a doubt.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Metapod
would be
C. For the memes though, he kind of has to be B. Like Metapod use Harden. Like that's funny as shit. Like, that was like my childhood. Those jokes, the Metapod jokes, like where the.
Well, that's the thing. We've got Harden, we've got String Shot, and then we have Confusion.
Yeah, I mean. Okay, but have you ever seen like the back in the day, the Smosh episode where they did the Pokemon turn episode and it was just Pikachu going against Metapod and the only move Metapod used was Harden?
Oh, I'm familiar with Hardening. I think for the meme, you can put him in B. I'm okay with you.
I think so.
As long as Butterfree is above Metapod for me, we should probably put him in A.
I don't think he's S tier, but I'll give Butterfree A tier.
I think the fact that he can do some psychic moves kind of ups his game. He's fragile, but he can do that damage.
No, it's a cool Pokemon too.
And are you kidding? I cried so many times watching the Butterfree letting you go scene in the Pokemon anime.
Yeah,
Ash has to give up his Butterfree and
no.
And then every time you see Butterfrees in the background, you're always thinking like, I wonder if that's his. Just living his life.
Okay,
awesome.
moving on.
What's the next one?
We got Weedle. For me, Weedle has to be above Caterpie. He doesn't have to be high, but he's better than Caterpie.
Weedle being the three balls that Weedle is He's just like 3 balls stuck together, or at least 4
He's
or
like
5. I
7
don't know
or
how many
8,
balls.
but there's definitely more. than
There's
3.
there's an amount of balls that doesn't need to be specified, and he's got a little horn on his head. He's cute. He's cuter than a Caterpie, I can tell you
Cute as
that.
Shit. Yeah.
But
I think just for that alone, he sits in the C tier.
Yeah.
I'd say he's above
C.
Caterpie.
Yeah,
Kakuna,
alright.
pretty cool
Okay,
looking
B.
motherfucker.
Okay,
He's
but let's
cool.
just talk about the fact that bees don't go through freaking metamorphosis. Why is
And Kakuna kind of just, well, Kakuna has a cool ass name. He looks
but
cool, but he just turns
strictly worse.
he looks
Metapod.
just like Beedrill. There's no real metamorphosis. It looks just like
It's stupid.
the same thing.
D
Yeah,
tier.
can we put Kakuna in D tier? Every time I had him, I was like, I don't want you. Like, I know you're
where's
gonna
my
end up-
Metapod?
You know
I
you're gonna
love-
end up cool, but like,
I love Beedrill. I think Beedrill's cool as shit, but I think Butterfree's better. So for that reason, I'd probably say B tier for
I'd say Beedrill.
B
His
tier
attack
for
though.
Beedrill.
His attack, he'd have like a horn attack or something, or a
Oh no!
pin
If you're
missile or
going, if you're gonna
something.
go for like power scaling, like who's the stronger Pokemon? Beedrill is gonna be stronger than Butterfree. Like I'd take
think?
Beedrill way faster into battle. Yeah, I mean, if you didn't crash my freaking computer, Justin, I could pull up the stats, but you did. So now we're here.
Wow,
Now we're
that's
here.
okay.
all right. Moving on, then we got the we got Pidgeotto, and
I
Pidgeot.
love these dudes.
Here's the thing: they're all the same to me. I could give a fuck about them.
Excuse me.
Pidgey and Pidgeotto, I guess sure, but Pidgeot, come on.
Pidgeot, okay, Pidgeot's definitely in a league of his own. The other
That's
two could
cool as
be
shit.
changed, interchangeable.
I think Pidgey's above Pidgeotto.
I
So I'm
agree.
gonna put him in C tier, and then we'll put Pidgeotto in D tier, and then
Pidgeot
I
looks
don't-
like Pidgeotto went Super Saiyan.
well, yeah, but Pidgeot is still not above B tier. He's not. That
Oh no,
great.
oh no.
Okay, can we? I mean, this may be just personally me, but can we just make an exception for Rattata and Raticate and just put them both in D tier because they both are just awful fucking Pokemon in my opinion.
But what about Blaine's Raticate?
What about it?
It's still Eradicate.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with a 2 thumbs down. We can do the double D.
Yeah, double. All right.
There's
we're
a
starting-
special situation, and that is one of them. I hope
gonna
to
start
God we
with-
get some triple
We got
Ds.
Spearow and then Fearow.
Can we do it
Spearow
again?
No. Fearow's
Can we
kinda
do
cool.
it back to back double D? Come on.
I'm okay with it. He's not that cool. I'd go with that.
I think if anything, I'd put Spearow in a C and Fearow in a D at least.
I'm okay with that. We need to save the double Ds, the triple Ds for certain occasions. We can't just
Yeah.
go around
So
flinging
Spearow's
them
gonna be
around
with
willy
kind of
nilly.
like Pidgey. Yeah, he's C tier. All right. Now we're getting into Ekans.
Snake spelled backwards.
Ekans and Arbok. Yeah, I thought it was super cool when I was little, and now I just
Oh,
think
yeah.
it's kind of really cheesy.
It
But
is,
I
but when
think-
you first realize that their names are just their animal spelled backwards, it make you go, "Oh, I was cool. I'm a sneaky little kid doing sneaky little things,
Yeah.
figuring out the answers
Sneaky
to the
little
universe."
snake.
You guys say
I'm
that
a
I'm
big little
24. I'm 24. I think Arbok is still a cool name, and the
No.
fact that it's Cobra backwards is
No, I think Arbok is cool, but I think Ekans is kind of. I'd
Yeah,
put
I think
Ekans
it's so
D.
cool that I think I'm gonna start getting tattoos of words just backwards, and then telling people it means something different, and then they can one day look at it in the mirror and go, they go, "Wait a minute, he
Wait.
just said boobies backwards."
Cyboob. That's literally what the B. Boob is still in it.
I don't have much on the mind. I'm sorry.
I'd say that Arbok is cool enough though to jump 2 tiers. I think he's a B. He's a cool
Arbok.
Pokemon, and like, come on, like Team Rocket, like that shit was cool.
So you're saying
could
Ekans would be
blast
in
me
a
off
D
again.
tier?
I think Ekans is D tier. He's not that good.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's
I'm glad
perfect.
that I'm glad that Arbok is good enough to jump up to climb the ladder.
Hey
as it
guys,
were.
can we take a moment of silence for the fact that we're this far in and we're not at each other's throats?
Why do you have to fucking say that?
I'm
Why
loving
did you have
that.
to say it
right before Pikachu
right
too.
before Pikachu?
Oh
Ah,
no!
Okay, Pikachu's S tier. Let's get it over with. He's S tier.
Yeah.
For what he's done for all the Pokemon out there, yes. Do I care about
Not
him that
really.
much?
Not
No.
really.
But
I'm
he's
not that
made
big of a
his
fan,
he's
but
made his mark.
And Raichu may look cooler, but like, come on, it's Pikachu. We've all played Pokemon Yellow. We've all had our little.
Yeah.
Pikachu
I don't even
follow
think
us.
he looks cooler. I don't think he has much to offer. I would, even if I got a stat boost, I wouldn't
Now, I
turn him into
personally
Raichu.
am a Pichu fan. Like, I think Pichu's the coolest.
Get out of here. 151.
Yeah, but we're in one.
we repping we
So-
repping from the streets. 151.
So Raichu, A tier or B tier? He's definitely not below B tier. But do you think he's high tier? He's not Pikachu level, obviously.
He's B.
B.
B? Yeah, I agree. Personally. All right. Sandrew and Sandslash. Now, Sandrew, like when I was little playing that game, like because when I found Sandrew, like because he was a little bit harder to find, if I remember, in the original games. Like his like
I'm sorry, but are you
encounter
pronouncing
rate
it
was lower.
Andrew? Like his name's Andrew, but he lives in the sand?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it? I thought it was Sandshrew.
It is Sandshrew.
Yeah, I know, but it's just it's childhood, man. Sandrew forever.
Like Mr. Wiggles. I get
yeah,
it.
it's
I
like
get
Mr.
it.
Wiggles. It's my Sandrew.
Oh, my sweet, sweet Sandrew.
Oh, Sandrew.
I
I'm gonna
remember
hang
when I
out-
buried you in the sand and
I'm gonna hang out at my buddy Sandrew's house.
Anyway,
Oh my
I'd
God.
personally put Sandrew A tier. I think he's that iconic. I think he's cool. He's kind of niche iconic. He's like it's not a phase mom iconic in my mind.
You know, I was originally gonna say B tier, but the more I think about it, the more Sandshrew has had an impact on the
Yeah.
series.
He's
And
like
for that,
he's kind of like he's like the background character. Like he's really fun to find. When you find a Sandrew for the first time, you're excited.
Yeah.
What's the next one? Sandslash? I think he's
Sandslash.
cooler. I'm sorry.
I
I think he's cooler. I think he's edgy.
He's
I think
not
he's
nearly as
everything
cool.
we need in a depressed older brother that doesn't let you play video games when you ask to play the video games, and he says he's going to let you, and you did all the things that he said you would have to do to play the video games.
Personally, I'd put him C. I don't.
I'm
think
sorry.
he's cool.
I just had a flashback. I like his big old claws. I like his big old claws. I feel like it would hurt to get hit by him. Whereas Sandrew, I'm like, oof.
I'm gonna say
Maybe.
B tier.
B. So are we
B.
going with B or C? I'd personally go C, but I wouldn't mind putting him in B.
And where's Sandrew?
Sandshrew was an A.
Sandrew is A.
Sandslash got to be B or C. Because I wouldn't even put Sandrew. Personally, I wouldn't even put Sandrew as high as you guys did. So I would say C for Sandslash.
That's what I'm saying.
If we're taking our averages, I would say Sandslash.
Justin
Would
with
be
the
C.
averages.
There's a law of averages that we need to all abide by.
All right. Can we like speed around all the Nido Pokemon?
No, I love the Nido
Yes.
Pokemon.
Let's do
Okay,
it. Say
so
it.
Nidoran female. Both the Nidoran female and Nidoran male. I'd put them.
Don't
C
the
tier.
Nidoran female have boobies?
No. No. Honestly, I would just put everybody except for Nidoqueen and Nidoking in D tier because they're just kind of useless until you get them to Nidoking or Nidoqueen.
100%
They're the same
agreed.
as Pidgeotto evolutions, where they're all kind of the same, and then
And then
you
in
get
my
to the big
opinion-
boy and you go, ooh.
I don't know. if
We
this is
got our
controversial.
first quad D, people. We got our first quad D. Woo!
In my opinion, though, I I would say that what do you call it? Nidoqueen would be S tier, and Nidoking would be B tier. Just from battle potential, I think Nidoqueen is a lot better, a lot more heavily used. And like, if I'm not mistaken, I loved using Nidoqueen way more than I liked using Nidoking, and I think the design is cooler too.
I think I can side with that just because I know a lot of people more into Pokemon than me, and they always go for the female Nidoran just to get
exactly.
Nidoqueen over
Yeah.
Nidoking.
Always. Okay,
Yes.
so then we've got Clefable and Clefairy.
Clefable just looks like an elongated version of Clefairy.
And yeah, I
It was lazy.
what?
Clefairy's gonna be
I
high.
think Clefairy's
high
better.
Clefairy's gonna be high tier for me, just because. Did you guys ever play Pokemon Stadium, the mini games?
Yeah.
And yeah,
No,
Clefairy says.
Clefairy's S tier for me.
Yeah, Clefairy's S tier just for that mini game alone. I still have that freaking song playing in my
But
head. Sometimes.
Clefable is D for me. Not.
Oh yeah, Clefable
like you said,
can.
it's just a
Another one
copy
bites the dust.
Clefairy.
Burnout.
Okay, now we
Another
got
one
fun
bites
ones.
the D.
We've got Vulpix and Ninetales.
Ninetales is a baddie.
Yeah, Ninetales is top.
Easy money, people.
Vulpix looks like something that you could like have as a house pet.
Vulpix looks like Vulpix looks like it can fit in a purse. I'm sorry.
I'd put it B
Yeah,
tier.
that's what it is.
I'd probably it's middle of the pack. Like it's not bad. It's good.
I think it's C. I think it's a solid C.
What do you think, Kyle?
I could settle with middle tier B.
All right.
But
I think if we're
Ninetales-
talking about a Alolan Vulpix, now that's badass. But we're not going there. This is Gen 1. Next we
Is
got
this? I'm sorry. Which did Ninetales get?
S.
Ninetales, I think we set on S. Yeah.
Can we do a god tier?
S is yeah. We can do that later. We'll figure that
Yeah,
out later.
I
once
think
got
we need to
everything in.
figure out like what is the Pokemon or like the top 3 Pokemon.
No,
after
oh
this.
well, you can't say the top 3 because then already 2 of them are wasted on Charizard and Pikachu. Those are just given.
No, they're not though. I think if we each pick one, it would be the god.
Oh, like just our
That could be
favorites
our
in
god
S
tier.
tier. Okay, I
Yep.
like it. Okay. Next is Jigglypuff.
What a badass.
I think
Jigglypuff-
I don't think Jigglypuff is S tier, but I think Jigglypuff is definitely high. I think she has to be A or he.
Jigglypuff is A, if only just because it's a similar situation to Pikachu in terms of impact. Like Smash Bros matches with people who know what they're doing with Jigglypuff.
Well, depending on the Smash Bros. Yeah.
I don't know why, but always at sleepovers, I would wake up with marker drawn all over me. And I just would always think, I'm like, these motherfuckers just Jigglypuffed me. And just like, like they were so fucking boring. I fell asleep first. And then,
Oh, fuck.
and then they drew all over me. Jigglypuff is a meme to me. Jigglypuff
I mean, it
has
is, but it's
been
a
a
good
lot
one.
for it's reoccurring in the show. I'm sorry, that's S for me. It's okay if you guys put it as A, but I'm putting it as S in my heart.
I just don't think it punches that it packs that punch that the other S tiers do. I think it's
You're telling me when you're
influential.
playing Pokemon Snap, you didn't perk up a little when you saw Jigglypuff. It's like, you gonna sing your song? You gonna sing your song?
Okay, Pokemon Snap
Wait.
for me, just put him in S. Honestly, actually, I
Sing?
kinda didn't think about that. I'll
Sing
give it to you
the
for the Pokemon
Jigglypuff song. Oh wait, everybody knows the words.
Let's
Exactly.
not sing the Jigglypuff song. I'd like this episode to stay up. I think this one's D tier just because I don't even remember which one it is. If it's like Igglybuff or Wigglytuff or whatever the fucking second one is.
Yeah,
It is D tier.
Yeah.
fuck that one.
Yeah.
D tier.
Who thinks about that?
Who
Wiggly.
evolved?
Who evolved
Jigglypuff
their
into that?
It's a
Jigglypuff.
Clefable. It's a Clefable situation where they
Yeah.
just stretch them out.
And then they got a third one later. Like, what the fuck is that shit?
I'm
What is that?
upset by that. I didn't even know.
Let's let the sins of Wigglytuff move past to Zubat and Golbat.
These motherfuckers,
say
I get
D,
so mad
but
just seeing
yeah.
every time I see them.
Yeah, they're D just because how frustrating they fucking are.
Are we gonna put
You're
them
going
both
through
in
a cave
D?
and you're like,
Are we gonna put them both in D? Because if I had to pick one
No,
to put
Golbat's
in D, it'd be
cool.
Zubat. Because Golbat looks.
Oh, really?
Golbat angers me with how he looks.
I think Golbat is better.
I
Like, if you get a
say
Golbat,
he
at
looks
least when
cool,
you
but not
catch a
because he's cool.
I think is at least when you catch a Golbat, like they have a little utility. If you catch a fucking Zubat, what do they do? Fucking supersonic? Okay, fuck you. I don't annoying. Can we just
I guess I'll be
DM?
fine with them
Let's just
swap
Can
too.
we just double DM? Like they both.
Double DM. I think we're too. Yeah, we got a double
Okay.
DM.
Now I know this is bias here, but for me
Oh, most
Oddish?
likely.
is S tier. Oddish is a
Fuck
homie.
that.
He's a sleeper pick. Oddish is a fucking homie.
Oddish. Here's the thing. Oddish, he's up there. He's cute. He's adorable. He hides in the bushes. He sounds a lot like me, but I think he's an A. I
agree. I mean,
I'm
you're
gonna leave it
right.
at that.
I want him to be S, but he's an A.
He is
Yeah.
an S.
He's settling an A for me.
All right. Then we got Gloom.
That guy's a baddie.
Like with the drool coming out of his mouth. Looks like he's always sleeping.
Yeah.
Like stoner Pokemon.
Like, he's awesome, but we already put Oddish in A.
So I'd put him B because he's definitely above Viplume.
Yeah, I was gonna say if
Oh,
we're
yeah.
putting Vileplume in S, I'm gonna be mad. He's going in like what, B, C?
He's going in
C.
C.
Vileplume could be C.
Okay, it's been a while. I feel bad. I'm like butchering some of these names because I'm not like a
Oh,
big
yeah.
Gen 1 fan.
Yeah, Sandrew.
Andrew. No, that's literally just what I called him as a child. So yeah. I kind of butchered
That's a
that.
beautiful thing, actually. I hate that I'm just like kicking sand on your shit.
Then we got Paras. I don't know.
I always call him Paris and Parasect.
Yeah. Paras and Parasect.
Yeah.
I hate both of these guys. I'm gonna be real. I don't like either of them.
I mean, I think the little crab dude
Thank you.
Parasect looks cooler than
Thank you.
Paras, but we can double D him because who gives a fuck?
Here's the thing. When you look at them side by side, do you think, oh, that one's definitely the
Yeah.
evolution of the other one? Because to me, they're just like the same. They're like interchangeable, and that's what I
Okay.
don't like about some Pokemon.
We'll leave him double D. Next is Venonat and Venomoth. Walmart brand, Butterfree. I'd have to put Venomoth D tier. I mean, but also better in like battle. I'd rather use a Venomoth in battle than I would use a Butterfree.
For me, Venonat is D and Venomoth is C.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
give it to you. Yeah, I'll go with that. Okay. Now we got the homies themselves. Diglett and Doug Trio.
Okay, so Doug Trio is gonna be higher just because it's more Dicklets.
It's literally just more Diglets. How can you not? That's A tier. That's A tier right there.
That is some A tier character design.
Dig,
And I don't think Diglett is far behind. I'd have to put him B tier.
Works for me.
Okay. Meowth S tier. Come on.
you guys have seen the pictures, right? Where like what's under the ground under a Doug Trio.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
the
those are
buff
phenomenal.
guy.
Those are phenomenal. I want to believe there's a big strong
I
man
think
under
that's
there.
you, Justin. Like you got your like, oh,
think-
you're nice guy personality, but then you're like, oh, I'm strong man. That's
I'm big strong man. No, I get it.
and then
I want to be a Diglett someday.
there's the evolved from a Meowth. I'm not even gonna like his name doesn't even deserve to be said because it's not Meowth. Why the fuck did they even give Meowth an evolution? That was just stupid.
Meowth is S tier. He's
Meowth
really
is
the
S
glue that
tier.
holds Team Rocket together.
And
And Persian
is
can
D.
go straight D or
the
C
only
for cat.
the only cool
because-
part about Persian is when like Team Rocket Boss is like petting the Persian, but even then Meowth is better.
But here's the other thing. In most Pokemon evolutions, they go from being either four-legged or crawling to more of a humanoid form. This is the
Yeah,
reverse.
this is weird. I don't like it.
Where he starts as a humanoid and then turns into just a cat. Like, it makes no sense whatsoever. Somebody messed up on the drawing room floor, and I don't want anything to do with
I
it.
don't either. So moving on. Again, just an easy one. We're just putting Psyduck in S tier. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I can agree.
Yep. And
Golduck,
I
again,
completely
is-
forgot. I completely forgot Golduck existed.
Golduck can go down to D tier. Fuck him.
Thank you.
Another big.
Wait. Golduck. He's got a little something going for him. I'm sorry, but he's got to be C for me.
He's
Do you
D
have
for
any?
me.
Why do you hate him so much? I gotta know.
Because he's another like Meowth. Like, why the fuck would you ever even want a Golduck rather than a Psyduck? It's just
Okay,
it's a
I
de-evolution
get
to
that.
me.
I'm thinking more of, like you've said before, like utility. Like he is a better stat-wise Pokemon. Like
Well,
way
all
better.
these evolutions are going to be
True.
stat-wise better because they're evolutions.
But I think this guy, the same
Compa-
thing as like the Sand Slash thing. He just looks a little more edgy. He looks like he's actually gonna
okay.
rough and tumble with you.
You will
Psyduck
never
goes,
catch.
sign.
You will never catch someone playing Gen 1 competitively. You'll never catch a single one of them using a Golduck.
I
I've
get
never
it.
seen it.
He's not
I
that much better.
He's
I
not
guess.
good.
I guess.
He's not
I
that
just
good.
kind of forgot that Golduck existed, and for that's going to D for me.
Golduck
All right,
is having a comeback. I'm saying it now. 2021 year of the Golduck.
Year of the Year of the Ox. Year of the Tauros.
I'm drawing a line in the sand true this moment.
Oh my god, that was so freaking cringy.
Moving on to Pokemon that
Oh.
Justin might have opinions about, Mankey and Primeape.
Mankey and Primeape. No,
So,
they're not S tier.
Primeape's a badass. They're not. Can we have our first double S? No, I'm just kidding. Mankey is honestly a C for me, and I could go Primeape is an A for me, but I won't be mad if it's a B.
I'd go A, honestly. It's finding like a
I'm-
Primeape in the first game, like he's pretty useful for that that encounter with oh my god.
Here's the thing about fighting type in general. For some reason, they were just very intriguing to me as a type. It's not that they were the most effective. It was just like I felt like I'd only see them ever so often in the games, and just like and then I like that their weakness was psychic. It was just a cool dynamic. I like that whole deal.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm good with Mankey being C and Primeape being B.
All right, now we got some of my favorite Pokemon in Gen 1. Growlithe is next. Where are we putting Growlithe? I'd personally put Growlithe in A tier.
Isn't there another one?
Oh yeah, we'll get there.
But we've done all of them together, and then when it's your favorite, we go one by one to savor the moment.
No. Fuck you. Growlithe and Arcanine. Where are we putting them?
Arcanine is S for me.
Arcanine is S.
Yeah.
And
Here's the
then
thing. I could give two shits about Growlithe, so
Growlithe is
he'd be a
cute as
B
shit.
for me.
I'd put him A.
Kyle's the decider.
Leads me to split the difference, and I'm going to go with A for Growlithe.
I think he has to be A because he's better than Vulpix, and that's kind of his counterpart, right? Because Vulpix and Ninetales were in one game, and Growlithe and Arcanine were in the other. And I think Growlithe and Arcanine are both better. Than
I'm not going to argue it.
Okay.
Well, I won't
we got-
argue it. My personal's just a B.
Then we got Poliwag, Poliwhirl, and Poliwrath. Poliwrath, S tier.
What about Polygon?
We're not
Games weren't built with that yet.
Porygon.
Yeah, I know.
Poliwrath.
is S.
Okay, I love these baddies.
And
Poliwrath
Poliwhirl
I
is-
love that guy.
Poliwrath is S for me. Poliwhirl is A. Poliwag
think-
is B.
I think that
Pokemon Go came out, and that was my first goal, was to get a Poliwrath.
yeah.
There weren't that many Pokemon,
I
yet,
honestly
so it was kind of like,
I honestly
do what you
would
want.
put Poliwag and Poliwhirl double A. I'd say they're both good.
I don't know if we can do it. I love the little... No, here's the thing that I don't like about the character design is Poliwrath is just a bigger
Poliwhirl.
Poliwhirl, which is upsetting to me. So Poliwhirl kind of gets lost in the shadow.
I agree with that. I'd put him B. I think Poliwag is definitely A. He's a cute little
Yeah.
tadpole.
Yeah, exactly. That's a cool one where just the dynamic of the difference between Poliwag to Poliwrath is awesome. It's just it kind of gets blurred in between, which is upsetting,
Yeah, I agree.
but still solid. I love me some Poliwrath.
Okay. Abra, S tier. Oh my god, freaking S tier.
How are you going to say S tier for Abra and Alakazam?
I don't
is in there?
like.
Alakazam,
don't like-
I mean, if we're talking about strength, Alakazam is freaking dope. I use him on all my teams. Gen 1 when I was playing. He's awesome. But Abra he's so like trying to catch him is like so much fun, and like you get like a lot of like gotta try and catch him. He can like
Are you a masochist? Because the first thing I think of is not fun trying to catch an Abra. Every time I go to throw a Pokeball, it leaves.
Yeah,
With
that's
an
what's
extra
fun about
runaway
it. Because
noise.
when you do catch it, like when you get like an Abra early in the game, it's fucking awesome. Best
I'm
feeling
gonna
ever.
have to go with no. Alakazam says there is no spoon, but he says it twice.
Alakazam is S tier for me. S for Alakazam, A for Abra, B for Kadabra.
Okay, I know you're not the best with letters, but that is not how you spell. I agree, though, completely and
Okay, I don't wanna
wholeheartedly.
If anything, Kadabra might even go a little lower, but
I
I'm
feel
okay
like
with it. being-
Justin's
I know
gonna
Kadabra
have-
gets lost.
I know Justin was searching really hard a while ago for his Machamp. So I think we're gonna have a problem with the next one.
Okay, so let's give a little backstory. The only reason I ever downloaded Discord was so that I could trade my Machop for a Machamp. Was it a Machop?
You mean
No,
a
it's
Machoke?
Machoke. Machoke is the second form for a Machamp because you have to trade him to evolve him.
Yep, just like Alakazam.
Just like Alakazam, just like Gengar. So I had to go on Discord and I found a random group. I actually still have the tag on the side. I can I can see it right now, and I get alerts from it all the time. Where I found a random guy from somewhere, some English-speaking country, where I was like, "I'll trade you my Machoke. You trade me your Machoke, and then we'll both have Machamps." And he was dead set on doing this, but he's like, "You better not take mine, though. You have to trade it right back to me, okay? Because if you take mine, I'm going to be really upset." His was a higher level. I could have been a complete douchebag and just kept it.
Well,
But this guy was dead set. He's like, "I really don't want to do this." You could tell he was going to do it. No matter what I said, he was going to do it anyways. It's just, he's just like, pretty, please, just don't steal
did it have
mine.
like
I
did
love
it have
it
like
so much.
really did it have like really good IVs?
I have no idea what its like secret stats were or anything.
Oh, okay.
It was more of just like, we just want
It's kind of
this
funny. It's
thing.
just like,
We have
dude,
no friends that have this game.
like
also.
obviously you don't have any friends that you can trust to do this, so just do it.
Literally,
or don't.
we're at a point where I'm like the only person I knew at the time that was playing Pokemon. So I'm just like, I gotta just trust a stranger and go with the flow. Machamp, I had Giovanni's Machamp, which was the Pokemon card. Looked badass. He had like lightning going around, Hurricane Punch, holographic. He's got a special place in my heart. He's got 4 fucking arms and he's jacked as shit. Tell me what's wrong with
He
that.
is the general Grievous of Gen 1.
He's S tier. He's freaking
Yeah.
S tier. He doesn't have a
He's S tier without a
He doesn't
doubt.
have a cyborg penis, but he's still S tier.
And here's the thing with Machoke. I forgot his name.
I'd say he's B.
I forgot his name.
I know, I'd say
so he-
Machop is B, and I'd say Machoke is D. That's how I'd slice it.
Thank you. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
That's the thing that sucks is you got to deal with these shitty ass Pokemon, and then you get Machamp.
Yeah, literally.
Then you get Machamp.
Bellsprout. Personally, S tier. Bellsprout Tower, all that shit, S tier.
No,
S tier.
no.
S tier.
I could give you an A or a B for that.
I'd
That's
say,
about all I can do.
fine.
Yeah.
I'd say A. No.
Oh
yeah,
no! Here's the
so the
thing.
other two-
Victory Bell. Victory Bell's a beast. That thing is
I
awesome.
mean, for grass Pokemon, which usually suck.
Like,
especially in
it's
general.
looking badass. It's got some good moves.
Yeah.
It's.
Okay,
It
I'd
doesn't
say-
need to
but
be the
he's not
best. It
S
doesn't
tier,
need to be
so
S.
I'd
It doesn't.
I'd
I
say-
don't think
I'd
it's
say
S.
A, and I'd say then put Bellsprout B, and then the other one's just D tier.
B is for Bellsprout.
All right, Tentacruel. And oh my god, what is his evolution's name? Shit.
Tentacool and Tentacruel.
Yeah, Tentacool and Tentacruel. So we got Tentacool. It's
I just
cool,
know-
and Tentacruel is just a cooler looking version of Tentacool. No, it's annoying when you finally learn Surf and you're like out on the water trying to catch water Pokemon, and Tentacool is the only fucking thing that pops up.
I-
Yeah, D.
I pity the fool that likes Tentacool.
I think Cruel's the same. I think it's double D. Like, who cares?
No, he's a C. I don't know how big he is though.
He's pretty big.
When I look at that Pokemon, I can't tell if it's a behemoth giant ass thing or if it's just like
He's a pretty
person
big-
size.
He's a pretty big boy.
Like he looks like he could be the size of a whale. Like he looks like some weird kraken type creature, but I can't tell. I'm sure if I look at the stats, I'd know right away. But just the way it's designed, it trips me out. I think he's a C, but if you put him D, that's fine by me.
Okay,
But I feel like we can only double D if everybody's in agreement.
no, you're right. I think he's C. So we got through quite a bit. I'm gonna have to say I don't think we want a 2-hour podcast talking about Pokemon tier list. I think we're gonna have to call it quits for now.